Hi, I'm loopylou. Have you seen beckyboo? There she is.
Personal joke. Anyway, you know you're a kid of the 90s, yeah? And don't you miss it? Don't you miss it?
With every fibre of my being, I miss being in the
You
90s.
just want it to be the 90s again. Do you remember the Never-Ending Story?
I hated it.
I loved it. I still do.
I hate never
I
ending
loved it. Ah, it's another thing. What's it called? Land Before Time. Did you ever watch that?
Didn't like that either.
I loved it, and then it got all like new age and bollocks.
Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Amazing. But even
Guy or girl?
even before that, okay, we had Clarissa Explains It All, yeah? Okay, and didn't she just explain it all? She explained everything. She was amazing, and I loved it, and I used to sit there, and I used to come home, and she used to have that really cool, like, leather jacket, and she used to be really hip and funky, and yeah, and she rocked, and I can't remember, because I haven't seen it for a very long time, but I'm pretty sure. No, I could be wrong, but I think the guy who plays Harvey in Sabrina is the same guy who plays that guy in Clarissa. No, maybe not. It's a possibility. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but wasn't it amazing? Wasn't it just the most amazing programme on the face of the planet? You can't remember it, can you?
No.
No, that's because she's an idiot. But no, it was brilliant, actually brilliant.
Keenan and Kel was up there.
It was definitely up there. It was definitely up there.
Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda.
Is it true?
I do. Okay, Keenan and Kel.
Anyway, and yeah, I was thinking like nice things. And did you have a Furby?
No, thank God, they terrified me.
A 90s kid that didn't have a
But
Furby.
I do remember everyone else having a Furby.
And you wouldn't like then do your head in, feed me. And you wouldn't know. You just push your tongue down. You had a spoon or something, didn't you? You wouldn't. You just sort of stick your finger in its gob and be like, shut up. And it go yum yum. But like, however much it did your head in, you refused to take the batteries out, and there wasn't an off switch. No.
I hated the things. They scared the crap out of me. Pogs were
Pogs.
cool, but you got them, and you never played
You
with them.
didn't play with them. You just collected them. My granddad used to bring them back from the train. Like people would just leave them on the train, and I ended up with like loads of them. So cool.
I had a lot, but I never played with them.
Now this is a story
All about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Now I'd like to take a minute, just sit right here. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Yeah, you know all the words to it.
Yeah,
You're
you
probably
can
gonna
finish
carry
that.
on.
You're gonna finish
You
that.
will.
It's hard for us not to.
No, it really is.
But we can't.
We can't.
But you must. If you don't, you weren't a child of the
No,
90s.
you weren't.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Flashing shoes.
Flashing shoes.
They were cool.
They were cool.
In my opinion, they still are, but
Yeah, not in everyone's, but I remember when everyone thought they were cool.
everyone.
I had a pair. Key shoes! Do you remember key shoes? You had the key in the bottom of the shoe and you used to put the key in the sole of the shoe, and there was, I don't know, fucking idea what was in there, but there was definitely something in there.
Did you have key shoes?
No, but I knew people who did.
Did you know that I often asked them to open the bottom of the
They
shoe?
always lost the key.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So they kind of were quite pointless. I suppose that's why they're not on the market anymore. Well,
So who was the key?
came off the market pretty quickly.
Oh,
But, I might be one of the only people that
Screw 'em.
remember them, but I do remember them. Saved by the Bell.
I remember it, but I didn't watch it very often.
I used to love Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell. Yes, I loved it. I did.
Didn't you know?
I can't remember much of it now. But I do remember loving it.
Do you remember when Saturday was worth getting up for just to watch your good cartoons?
Not even cartoons. CD UK.
Just TV.
Not even CD UK. SMTV Live. SMTV Live. Chums. Chums were great. We all loved Chums, and when they had like all the famous people coming and presenting it, like the music, and when fucking music artists used to put the fucking effort in to get fans. They used to go on stupid kids shows, they used to get gunged, they used to run around looking like idiots.
What was that programme where, like, at the end, like, they'd do all this thing, and at the end of it, it was like the parents sat on this thing, and they just slid down into this pool of gunge.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it was called.
I can't remember what that was called, but I used to watch that all the time.
But don't you just miss that?
Okay.
When they used to put the effort in and they used to be like, yeah, love us, we'll do anything if you love us, and we were like, actually yes, we love you because you're gungeing yourself.
Goosebumps. Do you remember reading Goosebumps?
And watching.
And Are You Afraid of the Dark? You were scared by it, but you had to watch it.
There's always one that sticks out in my mind, like about the attic. There's like a window in this attic, but instead of like going out and just like dying, you go through it and go to this weird doll land and become like a doll. That's always stuck in my head, that episode.
Mine's got one about the woods, and you're going, I just don't like the woods.
I don't like the woods.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World. Okay, I loved that from start to finish, and it was like what, 1 million series long. And who remembers Topanga? What kind of name was Topanga? Okay, I hated her. With every fibre of my being, I hated her. But I loved Eric. Eric was amazing. And Sean. Wasn't he just the bad guy that you had to love? He was always in trouble, but you loved him anyway. And Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney? Mr. Feeney. Why bring it up? You don't even remember this, but I do. Mr. Feeney was amazing.
I remember it. It's not...
Yeah, that much in detail. I wanted a teacher like Mr. Feeney, because he was funny and fun and you know, a bit of a prude, but you know, he was a teacher, so okay.
Leggings. When you know leggings, like leggings in general, but when they had elastic at the bottom.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just put them under your feet. No.
They had to go over your shoes.
Over your
trainers. And with the lighty uppy as well. It just like you'd have flashed through the leggings. Cool. Yeah, you couldn't have been cool. Smurfette.
Why was she the only girl?
Why? If you can tell us, we'd genuinely like to know. Because she was the only girl, and I'm sorry, but in recent years, she must have been gang-banged, that poor little Smurfette. You know what I mean? Just thinking about it as you get older, that poor little Smurfette, the only female.
It doesn't cross your mind until you grow up.
But you don't even think about it. No. But now that you're older, you ponder it, and you just think, that poor little Smurfette.
Like you got Brainy Smurf, Papa Smurf, that egotistical
Grandpa
one.
Smurf.
That's Papa Smurf.
Oh, that Papa Smurf.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And then like the sleepy one, and all so many Smurfs.
Poor old Smurfette. What are you gonna do?
Yo-yos.
Sleepers. Around the world. Walk the dog. I
do you remember? I could do it. No way could I do it now. Where you had the string, yeah.
That was Rock the Cradle.
And you went into a triangle, yeah.
Rock the Cradle.
It went through. It was so cool.
Rock the Cradle.
I was so chuffed.
Walk the dog like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
During the craze, they brought the song out. Walk the dog like an Egyptian.
Go on, do it. Go on.
That's what?
Go on, do the song.
I don't remember it. What I do is like, walk like an Egyptian, walk the dog like an Egyptian. You have to remember that. And if you don't, YouTube it. Just do it. Just because it was ridiculously stupid. But quite funny. The Nickelodeon couch. The orange couch. Nickelodeon couch. That you would actually give your right arm to sit on. You would. You're just like, don't have my right arm, it's fine. Because I want to sit there.
I know. Jesus Christ, there's loads of stuff from the 90s.
Spice Girls.
They were cool.
Remember the Spice Girls? They were cool. Do you remember having everything to do with the Spice Girls? Spice Girls bed sheets, Spice Girls clothes, Spice Girls pencils, pencil cases, rubbers
that you didn't use.
You didn't use, no, because it's got the Spice Girls on it. No, you can't use that.
Crazy.
And well, they had loads of shit, just loads of ridiculous shit. I think I had paints, Spice Girl paint. It's just like, why? Notepads.
Talking of loads of shit, we're going to have to pause this, well not pause it, but wait 1 second and go on to the next video, because we got lots of shit to talk about.
Lots of shit.
So, one more video, if you can be bothered. If you're bored of us, don't bother. But if you're not, love you, see you in a second.